I've loved dancing so much, and that's, for me, that's really, I started choreographing so I could dance more. So it's like actors writing their own scripts so they could act. You know, I just thought, well, no one's going to put me in a piece, so I better make my own. And I've loved dancing so much, it's almost a love story to dancing, really more.
Paula Mann has built a life on the modern dance floor since the mid-1970s, and she's still at it even after ACL surgery left her with both physical and psychological scarring. Well, undaunted, Paula is still on the dance floor, and she's still creating dance, including a new work she's calling a memoir. It's 30 years in 30 minutes. It's on stage at the Red Eye Theater as part of their New Works Festival. Let's step into a rehearsal and talk with Paula about the motivations at the twilight of her career on this edition of 3 Minute Egg.
It was ACL surgery. They replaced the anterior cruciate ligament. The ligament has to assimilate into your body, and that's, I think that's really the process. It's pretty interesting, but it's very, very strong. And I've never experienced anything so, I don't know, I guess it was kind of life-changing, actually. The lack of mobility for a period of time made me look back on, it really allowed me, I guess, to look back on my life as an artist. And I'm really not the kind of choreographer who likes to sit out that much yet. I may do that, but right now I like to be physical in the piece. I had to really look at this memoir that I'm doing and try to get perspective. And I guess in a way it bought me the time to do that. Lately I've been more focused on thinking about, well, I wonder if dance can communicate really larger themes, or should it? I don't know if you know that movie, I'm Not There. It was a memoir of Bob Dylan. I started with that concept. I thought, this is great. I'm going to have the dancers play me in different times of my life. And so we actually started from a character point of view. And it kind of comes out in the piece, and I think in the longer version, that is what I took out. We took out a little bit of character distinction and some chunks of stuff that might have seemed tangential a little bit. There is one little section of a solo that became my signature solo in my 20s, and I did tour that around quite a bit. And it's based on the act of spinning, and I've always been able to spin. Since I was 3 or 4 years old, I just started spinning, you know, not getting dizzy, which is weird, I realize, it's very strange, and I've always been able to do it, and it was always really a release for me. Like, it's a time where my mind actually stops thinking, and I just am into the movement. It's really very pure. And so I made the solo, and a little bit of it is in the piece. It's a great achievement to get funding, I don't mean that, but I don't feel like from an artistic point of view, when I got funding, my work was any better than when I didn't get funding. And I just think that's important for people, because I think people need to keep working even if they don't get funding. I'll work if I do and work if I don't, you know. It's all part of the process. That's the one thing I've learned, I think, over the years, is don't get stuck by that. I know that this performance will be one of my last. Of course, I teach dance, teach modern, and I will always stay physical, but I probably won't be performing much longer. No idea where I am right now.
That's great.
I was going to use you for center, but then you kept moving, so then I couldn't see the seats either. So